Good afternoon, welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday the 18th of August. Continuing to think through Ruth. We yesterday thought of how her reputation had gone ahead of her, and Boaz had heard about the good things she did, and so he said, "May God bless you." And Ruth's response to that was, "You've treated me with abundant kindness." And a little later we read in verse 16, "At mealtime, Boaz said to her, 'Come over here, have some bread and dip it in the wine vinegar.' When she sat down with the harvesters, he offered her some roasted grain. She ate all she wanted and had some left over." And I'm struck by the fact that Boaz makes Ruth feel welcome. He says, "Come over here and join us." She was a nobody. He was sitting with his harvesters and the people that worked for him. She didn't belong. She was an outsider, and yet he welcomed her. And as I thought about that, I thought that's surely how God works. Everyone was welcomed by Jesus. And time and again in the Gospels, we see him having meals with people and sitting with people, and everyone was welcome. The people that weren't were the Pharisees and the self-righteous and the people that thought they were better than everyone else. Those are the people Jesus gave a hard time. The prostitutes and the tax collectors and the beggars, he welcomed them. And so for me, there's a double thing here. The one is the challenge. Do we make people feel welcome? As Christians, people need to feel more welcome in the church and in church communities than anywhere else in the world. And everybody needs to feel welcome, including the awkward and the people that don't really fit in. And we need to make sure that we're welcoming as the people of God. And we do that not just because we want to imitate God, but because that's how we've been treated. If Ruth was an outsider, we're far more of an outsider in the presence of God. We've got nothing. We deserve nothing. We're lower than the lowest of the low servants in God's eyes. And yet he loves us, and he welcomes us, and he draws us in, and he makes us feel comfortable, and he feeds us, and he gives us an abundance. And we see that with Boaz. Ruth had so much that she had some left over that she could take home to share with Naomi. So may you make people feel welcome as you share the love of God. And may you yourself feel welcomed by God into his presence, into his feast, into the very heart of God. Because God is loving and generous and gracious and kind. And as we know that, let's share that with the world that too often feels left out and lonely. So be blessed.